So now we're going to be naming molecular compounds, which is different than naming ionic compounds. So you need to first recognize if you have a molecular compound or if you have an ionic compound, because on the test, they might be mixed in. So the first thing you do is determine if it's a molecular compound. So all of our examples here are molecular compounds. How did we figure this out? Well, molecular compounds are nonmetals for both. So is nitrogen a nonmetal? We go to our periodic table. We know that the metals are found on the right side here. And yes, it is. Is oxygen a nonmetal? Yes, it is. So we have a molecular compound. Same with these, both of them are nonmetals. So now we can start naming them based on the steps for naming molecular compounds. And naming molecular compounds requires two things. So you have to name the element, change the name of the second element, the ending to "-ide", but you also have to include prefixes to indicate how many atoms of each element are bonded. So let's start here. So we got nitrogen and we got oxygen. How many nitrogen atoms do we have? 2. We go over here. 2 is di. So we can write di-nitrogen. Then we do oxygen. We have 4 atoms. 4 is tetra. But remember, it's not going to be oxygen, it's oxide. And we dropped the A from tetra because we have a vowel for oxygen. So we're not going to have 2 vowels in a row. Let's try the next one. So we have carbon, we have chlorine, we have 1 atom of carbon. So normally 1 is mono. However, we never write mono for the first element in the compound. So for this, we just start with carbon. We only use mono if the second element has 1 atom. So we'll do that for the next one. So we do carbon, and then we're going to do 4, which is tetra. And it is chloride. So then see for this one here, we have 1 atom of each of carbon and oxygen. But remember, we don't use mono for the first one. So it's just going to be carbon again. But we do use it for the second one. So since there's 1 atom of oxygen, we write monoxide. So it's not going to be monooxide because again, that would be 2 vowels. So we just drop the first and we do monoxide. Last one, we have silicone and we have hydrogen. How many atoms of silicone? 1. Remember, we never write mono for the first one. So that one is just silicone, and then 4, which is tetra. And then it's hydride. So hydrogen, we drop the ending and we change it to -ide.